My name is David, and if you'd asked me a year ago what the strangest thing I'd ever do was accidentally detain my HOA president in my own garage, would not have cracked the top 100. But when you live under the thumb of someone who thinks a clipboard is a badge of authority, reality can spiral quickly. It began at precisely 6:12 a.m. I was half awake, still tangled in blankets when the low growl of engines vibrated through the house. At first I thought it was a delivery truck, then another, then silence followed by a sound that made my stomach drop. Garage doors don't echo like that unless something big just crossed the threshold. I stumbled to the window and peered outside. Parked confidently inside my open garage were two beige Ford F-150s, both sporting magnetic decals that read HOA Enforcement Unit. The decals looked about as legitimate as a laminated hall pass. In the first truck, a Chihuahua sat proudly on the dashboard, wearing a reflective vest like it was about to breach a hostage scenario. In the second vehicle sat Patricia Holbrook, president of the Pine Valley Estates HOA, applying lipstick and mouthing along to what sounded suspiciously like a motivational audiobook. Before I could process what I was seeing, my grandfather Earl shuffled into the hallway behind me. He was wearing fuzzy slippers, a WWII veteran cap, and the calm expression of a man who had seen much worse than an overconfident suburban tyrant. He looked once, nodded, and pressed the garage door remote. The door thundered shut. Locks clicked. Patricia and her entourage were sealed inside. Earl calmly latched the exterior lock, raised his phone, and said in a smooth, bourbon-aged voice, "Yes, officer, we've got a voluntary containment situation at 4729 Maple Ridge Drive." Let me rewind. 6 months earlier, I'd moved into Pine Valley Estates. The realtor had sold it as peaceful, modern, and critically, an optional HOA. As a remote software developer with a passion for custom mechanical keyboards and plans for a small tomato greenhouse that sounded ideal. Optional, however, was not a word Patricia recognized. Patricia treated the HOA like a sovereign nation. Bluetooth headset permanently attached. Clipboard glittered with the words "Compliance Crusader." She recruited neighbors the way cult leaders recruit followers, through guilt, fear, and laminated paperwork. When I declined membership, I became a problem. She labeled me a rogue element in the weekly HOA newsletter. This despite my lawn being trimmed, my flowers native and thriving, and my house spotless. My crime? Refusing to pay $200 a month for her to measure grass with a ruler. First came the notes, then the drone piloted by her teenage son Brandon in exchange for gaming credits, hovering outside my office window mid-Zoom calls. Then came the group texts I never consented to join. Grainy photos of my driveway circled in red, accusations ranging from counterclockwise hose coiling to a single fallen leaf at dawn. She accused my guests of excessive vehicle diversity. She brought a paint wheel to my driveway and suggested earth tone compliance for visiting cars. I tolerated it, smiled, documented everything. Then my garage lock malfunctioned. That oversight invited the circus. Back to that morning, Patricia had turned my garage into a mobile HOA war room. Folding table, laminated bylaws, portable printer, kombucha in a bedazzled mason jar labeled HOA President. She claimed emergency jurisdiction, an annex that didn't exist. When I threatened to call the police, she laughed. That's when Earl stepped in. "We're not trapping her," he told me calmly after sealing the garage. "We're defending our property." He called 911 with the ease of ordering breakfast and explained everything. Inside, Patricia's shouting echoed. Outside, Earl handed me a lawn chair and peanuts. "Takes about 15 minutes, he said. That's when reality hits. It did. The police arrived in 12. Two cruisers, half the neighborhood watching. Officers Chen and Ramirez listened as we presented texts, footage, and video proof of Patricia driving directly into my garage. Chen blinked, so she moved in. Ramirez knocked on the garage door. Patricia emerged disheveled, powdered white from spilled garden lime, mascara streaked, authority leaking out of her voice with every word. She claimed aesthetic crisis, emergency powers, implied consent. Chen asked one question. Does he pay HOA dues? No. Is membership mandatory? Also no. Did you have permission to enter? Silence. By then, neighbors were recording, HOA board members were panicking. Keith, the assistant, admitted he was just her nephew chasing college credit. The Chihuahua defected to Earl. When Chen asked if I wanted to press charges, I said yes. Patricia unraveled. Trespassing, breaking and entering, misuse of funds. That night, the HOA removed her unanimously. Audits revealed trucks, drones, strategy courses, and an emotional support enforcement animal. Patricia was fined, sentenced to 100 hours of community service under strict supervision, and ordered to repay every dollar. Her job fired her. In court, she whispered she was just maintaining standards. The judge replied, "There's a difference between standards and crimes." Court dismissed. And Pine Valley finally slept peacefully again.